This show needs no introduction. It's been 4 weeks that Namibia has been tuned into the NamAuto Show, and the love has been amazing. Good evening, Namibia, and welcome to the hottest show in Namibia. I'm your host, Pambili Shilongo. Let's have a look at what you can expect on today's show. Today, we're at Pupkewitz Haval, and we had a chance to speak to the sales executive, Mr. Otto. Let's have a look at what he has to share.
Hi, I'm Ferdi Otto, Senior Sales Executive here at Pupkewitz Haval. For those who don't know, Haval is an SUV brand. It's a full Chinese car. It's the premium brand of GWM. We have it in 3 different ranges. We have the Haval H1, Haval H2, and then we have the Haval H6C. The Haval H1 we know as a town hopper. A lot of ladies would buy it for shopping and driving around in town, home and work, fetching kids at school. And then we have the H2, which is a SUV. It's a full SUV comparing to other SUV models. It has a lot of space inside. It has a lot of features also in it. And then we have the Haval H6C, which is more comfort and luxury car with a lot more space and body size. The Haval brand caters for someone that can buy a car less than 400,000, whereby the most expensive one we have is the Haval H6C Luxury. The cheapest we have is the Haval H1, that would be 180,400. Based on the after-sales service, we have a full warranty and a service plan on the cars, and then we also have a 5-year unlimited kilometer roadside assistance. All parts are available countrywide at any Pupkewitz dealership, so please don't be afraid. You can service the Haval at any Pupkewitz dealership. With the large amounts of Havals that we have sold so far, we have not received any complaints, which makes us very proud to say that we are selling a reliable vehicle. We at Pupkewitz GWM Haval encourage you watching today to come visit our dealership. Please come do test drives with us, ask us more about the product, and we would gladly give you all the information we have regarding our brand.
You know, when you're on the road, you really want to drive a powerful machine, a car that's for the family, yet it's sleek, sexy, and elegant at the same time. Well, the Haval H6C might just be the car you're looking for. Let's have a look at this new cherry.
You join us here in the new Haval H6C. First impressions, really good. The car's very well equipped. Everything feels very well. The seats are very comfortable. It's very easy to get in and out of. There is very good visibility out of the front windshield. The interior is very open. You don't feel restricted. You don't feel as if you're sitting in a small cabin. It feels spacious. It's a car you could basically call home almost because of its space and practically the way it's designed. To the design of the interior, I do like it. It is very modern, especially the fonts on the radio, the themes of the radio, the fact that you can change the interior's lighting's color on a car of its price class is unheard of. To the first driving impressions, very comfortable. Very comfortable. I'm highly surprised by how comfortable the car is. It's smooth, it's not jerky, the gearbox is very smooth, the brake pedal is quite hard though, it doesn't have very good feedback, but it's not supposed to be a race car. The throttle is also very responsive. The 6-speed DSG, or DCT for the Europeans, is very responsive as far as I can feel. All right, the suspension of this car is very sophisticated and intelligent in design. It's the McPherson strut system, which gives you a very comfortable ride while giving you still very good driving dynamics. The steering is very responsive. It is very precise. It centers out very quickly, which most cars today don't do. I've actually never experienced that in any other car, is that when I leave it, it immediately goes straight. To the modes in the gearbox, it is a 2-liter petrol engine with direct injection, twin cam, 4 valves per cylinder. It is turbocharged, pushing 140 kilowatts, which is very respectable for the price range and the engine size. To the gearbox, it is a GoKart 6-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Concerning the tech that this car has in the interior, it is quite packed of it. In the mirror is an integrated sign to show you whether your backseat passengers are buckled up or having a good time. The radio system is actually very good. It's very responsive, quick, and easy to use, which is, in a car like this, very important if you look at the market that this car falls into. I'm really impressed with the interior features. It has an exo-carbon trim to it, which is very modern. I like the brushed metal touches as well. This car has an audio system that includes a subwoofer, which is obviously great for banging them tunes in front of the club. Then it also has keyless entry system for when you are not completely to yourself and you can't find your key, to just at least know that you have your key with you and you don't need to look for it. Or if you're a wife and you do shopping, you don't have to go in your handbag and look for it to unlock the car. You just simply unlock the car by pulling on the door lever. This car comes equipped with a very large moonroof. It's not a sunroof, it's a moonroof. I have to correct my colleague, or I had to correct him 3 times now already in a row, that it's a moonroof and not a sunroof, because in Namibia nobody uses a sunroof in the day, they only use it at night. It is very large, unlike anything I've seen in an SUV so far. Normally they have big dividers in between to make it 2 separate sunroofs or moonroofs. It is one large, it almost looks like one constant piece of glass.
Up next is Lonex. They're in the industry of providing protective coating for your car and other accessories. If you're in this industry and this probably catches your eye, this insert might just be for you. Let's have a look.
My name is Leslie Campbell. I'm one of the managing members here at Lonex Protective Coatings, Namibia. So Lonex is a business that's been in America for many years now. They've grown so big, they have over 75 franchises across the world and nationally in the United States. We just have the one branch currently here, but our future plan is to open quite a few branches across the country. Lonex is basically a polyurethane polyurea. It's a mixture of an iso and a resin. So you always, with Lonex, you have an A and a B component that we mix together, which makes it very strong. And at the end of the day, that's what we put on the bed liners and what we coat, different things that people want us to coat for them to protect their equipment or whatever they need protected. So Lonex started off as a bed liner company, just doing bed liners, but because the product is so good at protecting, we've branched out into bull bars, rails, running boards, all sorts of accessories for 4x4 vehicles. There's even been movement into the industrial industry where we're spraying pipes for mines, for the waterworks and things like that to protect the pipes against corrosion and rust and abrasion and things like that. What makes it so good is that it's sprayed under high pressure, between 8 and 10 bars. It's also sprayed under high temperature. When it comes out of the gun, it's about 80 degrees Celsius. And why that's important is it helps the product to dry within 3 to 5 seconds. So hopefully in the future, we will be able to give same-day delivery. So when clients bring in a car, in the morning, that afternoon, you should be able to get your vehicle immediately, and it should be dry. So what differentiates Lonex from the competitors is the fact that it's 1,000 times stronger than anything on the market, so much so that the Pentagon uses it in their walls to protect them against terrorism. If you really want to protect anything and you want to make sure that it lasts long, Lonex is the product for you. Lonex is virtually indestructible. That's why we give a lifetime warranty on new bed liners. Anything worth protecting, Lonex it.
Welcome back. Up next, we have Karl, who needs no introduction to this show. Of course, he's been on the show giving us a couple of tips on cars, and this time around, he'll be giving us tips on his old school Mercedes. Let's check out Karl and his ride.
Hello, I'm Karl, and this is my 1971 280 SE. I was sleeping in my best friend's house. We needed toilet paper, so we went to Spar and we saw an advert hanging of a 1971 Merc. It was cheap, and here she is. Okay, so it's a 1971 model. It has a naturally aspirated straight-six motor and a manual gearbox. It's rear-wheel drive and has minimal modifications: cold air intake, straight pipe exhaust, some bucket seats, steering wheel, fat beefy tires, and that's about it. The rest is all maintenance and driving flat out. All right, so she has a naturally aspirated 2.8 litre straight six Mercedes M130, fuel injected from the factory, just has a cold air intake on it, straight pipe exhaust, and that's about it. Nothing else really. Pushing 180 horsepower to the wheels at sea level, and 0 to 100 apparently in 9.4 seconds. What I want to do exterior is go Liberty Walk, the same as on the R35 GTR, with big wing on the back, but no real stickers or anything like that. Just the nice wide fenders with nice big wheels, through which you can see the 6-pot calipers and a nice big wing on the back. It was actually all random. It was just like, I like this, let me get that. I like this, let me get that. And at the end of the day, somehow it all just fit together. Like the rims are these normal white epoxy rims that you buy at wherever for cheap, painted them black. Hercules tires were expensive, but that's part of it. It looks good. So I actually wanted to go 18-inch with some nice Works wheels or so on, but they're just too expensive. They cost more than the car cost me per wheel. I got the lights like that. They are for Mark 1 City Golf. Modified it a bit, and they fit right in. Put in some LED high beams and low beams, and that's about it. Otherwise, it looks more interesting than it actually is. I like my couch, but I don't like it in my car. So a couch is for the TV. So the couch just had to go. There was no two things about it. First thing I knew is it had to go. So seats out, bucket seats in, had this big steering wheel. Also, not necessary, put on a small Momo. The car's power steering is light enough. So more than sufficient. Everybody has this perception of a classic car needs to be restored and be perfect. So I'm not like everybody else. Why should I keep this car factory and standard and boring and not make it stand out from the crowd? So I did this. I made it stand out from the crowd. If the people read the stickers on my car, they'll actually follow me to places and be like, wow, that's actually quite cool. I was offended at first, but that's quite cool. And I have hours worth of conversations just because of the stickers on my car. And at the end of the day, the whole car is a conversation piece. It has 4 Vibe 6-inch speakers with a 600-watt Alpine amp, normal Panasonic radio system that has Bluetooth. That was all that was really important to me. Also has a 12-inch Pioneer sub in the back. Don't really feel it much, but it's more than good enough since I'm not really those hard bass type of people. I prefer good, clean sound. Just like my cars, they should be good, clean, and do their job. So I won 3rd place at Ricky's Car Customs in the purpose-built category. And otherwise, just many people who pull me over or ask a bunch of questions, ask what the heck I'm doing to the car. And yeah, and another thing that I've done is I managed to crash it straight into this railing that you see behind me. So that was a bit of an achievement, and I fixed everything myself. Bodywork, paintwork, okay, not paintwork, but bodywork, all done by me. Actually, if you look there, you'll still see the paint is off of the railing from where I hit it. Actually, I do not see myself selling the car. However, I also do not see myself passing it on to my grandkids or kids or whatever you want to call it. Because just out of the simple reason that this car will for a fact not last an entire lifetime.
It's time for us to go to the Windhoek GoKarting and Entertainment Center and find out what they have to offer. And right after that, we give you guys a couple of highlights on what happened at Windhoek Spin City. And of course, this was their first show for the year. So let's have a look. We are here at the GoKarting Entertainment Center, and of course we will be viewing or checking out different companies battling it out for the fastest time. For today's show, we have 4 competitors who will be battling it out for the fastest time and not for the pole position. Let's get to meet who these competitors are. watch. And if you guys want to take part in any activities of that sort, do make sure you visit the GoKarting Center right here in Windhoek.
As you can see, we're at the Windhoek Spin City, and of course all of the spinners are out here ready to tackle it on right here in the capital city. And I must say that I'm excited to be here. If you've never been at the Spin City like myself, well, grace your eyes and hold on to your chair because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Have a look. I'm joined by one of the only ladies that has been spinning for today's show. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hi guys, I am Ivanka aka Vankies and I am a spinster.
Do you love spinning?
I don't know if love is the correct word, it's more than love, but I love it.
Yeah. All right. How does it feel when the crowd just goes gaga on you?
It makes me feel good, it gives me confidence, you know, which is a good thing because then you aim to please, satisfy the crowd.
Well, I'm joined here by one of the youngest spinners, and I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell us how old are you?
My name is Noel, and I'm 10 years old. I'm 11 years old, the youngest spinner in Namibia.
At the end of the day, we all have to park our cars in the garage and call it a day. So it is for the NamAuto Show. Thank you so much for making time. Do remember to pop by all of our links and visit our social media platforms. From me and the whole entire show, it is goodbye, adios, but have a look at what you guys can expect next week.